Apex, I think on my taxes last year, it was 250,000, if I remember right, on Apex. And then this year I made, it'd be another 200,000, or no, 300,000 this year on Apex.
So a little over $500,000 in payouts so far.
Yep, and I'd say probably lifetime is around 200,000 on Apex for my fees, I would guess. I've blown a lot of accounts. No two ways about that.
That's incredible. So you've spent almost 200,000 in prop firm eval fees and renewals?
Yes.
That's insane. So yep. I didn't realize it had added that up that much for you. Were you mainly trading like $50,000 or $100,000?
I started out doing the 50s for a while. I've settled on the 150,000s. They just have a little bit more drawdown.
Yep.
And they're fairly easy to pass still. You have a $9,000 target on them.
Yeah.
And they're cheap with Apex once they run their sales. So
sure.
Other accounts, I usually do 50,000s because they're cheaper. Other prop firms, I mean. But with Apex, I try to run the 150s.
Got it. Okay. So kind of switching gears back to your trading style, given that it's more sort of intuition based, do you have any indicators that you use that help with the process?
No, I don't really. I have you can see on charts I posted on Twitter, I've got the 5 and the 8 EMA that are on my chart. I don't really necessarily use them at this point. Sure. I do reference them a little bit because they've been on my chart for so long, I guess. But it's not like I don't like say, oh, it's over the 5 or the 8 EMA is over the 5 EMA, so I'm going to go long, or I don't do anything like that. It's just they're like guide rails.
Yeah.
that are there.
Yeah, that makes sense
at this point. So
does volume ever play a role?
No, I don't look at volume.
No. Okay.
No.
Interesting.
No, I just try to if there's candles that are if a candle's trying to tell me that a big gray bar for continuation, and then the next candle is a bearish engulfing candle on that, then I'm going to short the shit out of that. Or sorry, I'm not supposed to swear.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
All right, I would short the hell out of that, and because that's it's telling me that the bears are in control. They just bearish engulfed a strong candle, So I just kind of look for stuff like that. If that bullish candle again had another one follow it in that direction, then I would look for a pullback on that to keep going long with it. But if it pulls a reversal and cancels out, for lack of better words, cancels a bullish candle like that, then I'd start looking short.
Okay, so that makes sense.
And vice versa.
In addition to the support and resistance, then you're doing a little bit of candle analysis as well. Then.
Yep.
Mainly engulfing candles, or are there other styles you're looking for?
No, just anything in general. I just try to have a good mind for different kind of patterns and stuff that candles put out there.
Yep.
Like a big one is the fractals. That if it's they're generally the sign of a reversal. So quite often on trend days, if they're trending up, you'll have a red fractal at the top that's supposed to signify a pullback, and on trend days those red fractals would just get run over and canceled out, and it's just telling you again that the market is strong. The bulls are strong, the bulls are in control, so just keep longing.
So what's your goal over the next year or so? Are you hoping to kind of scale up from here, get to live accounts, or are you just going to keep trading prop? What's the next mission?
I haven't gotten that far yet, I guess.
Okay.
I'd like to just keep it going. My main goal is probably just to keep working on my discipline, to blow less accounts and hold them longer while maintaining payouts instead of burning through accounts as bad as I did in March and April. So nobody likes doing that.
Getting on the larger accounts helps because you have a lot more drawdown room and wiggle room, but obviously trading less helps as well, right?
Yep.
Have you considered sizing down, or do you feel like the size you're at right now still makes sense?
Sizing down in what regard?
Like you could trade the micros instead of the NQ and take a little less, take a little bit longer to get to each profit target.